Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another StarCraft 2 broadcast. I am Anaris here today bringing you more coverage of the Intel Extreme Masters Tournament from New York City. This is going to be the conclusion between Strelok and Dongray-gu, the two players, Zerg and Terran, spawning over on the right side of the map here today on Tal'Darim Altar. And I will have to say, this series has actually been really interesting. Dongray-gu has played pretty similar both games. One time it worked out exceptionally well. The other time, well, not so much. Strelok coming through with a commanding first game, man. Let me just tell you, his performance on Shakuras Plateau was amazing, I have to say. Very surprised that he came out with a win like that. I mean, it really seemed like he was just playing so defensively, but then when he struck out a combination of drops and that very powerful main force going through the middle, taking out 3 different expansions, really left me impressed. As DRG, like I've said before, his ZvT is exceptionally strong. So game number 3 will be the deciding point here on this match series. And in a completely unrelated note, I just want to let you know that over on my second channel, I actually haven't put a whole lot of stuff up there lately, but I'm going to be doing a playthrough of the original Command & Conquer. Why? Because it's an amazing series, and I'm really surprised that I haven't seen anybody else do that lately. I think we've had, like, the little one play the Command & Conquer music on his live stream, but as far as actually playing through it just for old time's sake, I mean, I've been wanting to for a while, and I guess I'm just wanted to share the experience with you. So, again, just an unrelated note, if maybe your computer doesn't like running it, maybe you would just watch it again for old time's sake, I want to give you a heads up, that's going to be popping on my second channel in the coming days. It's not up yet, so don't panic, but if you want to find the link to that, you can, of course, feel free to look at that in the information section down below. Now, let's actually pay attention to the builds here as we can start to get an idea of what's going on. We see that DRG, having scouted this position first, has located Strelok and his expansion going up. Looking at this, we obviously are going to have a delayed pool and barracks from both players, as the Zerg player did go for a 16 hatch, something that he realized great with success with in the previous match, so I think he's going to be comfortable moving forward with that. Strelok, on the other hand, he's actually this harassment's working pretty well against him. We've seen him have to trade off SCVs. He's had to spend a little bit of money repairing that first one. He did eventually have to just run away, as the duel did not go well for either of them, but the drone came out in the lead and has now healed up to 15 hit points, taking a well-deserved rest, heading back down to the expansion, presumably to mine. We do actually have the gas having gone up for Strelok as well. I'm really curious to see if he's going to go ahead and drop an addition here, maybe a Tech Lab, do a little bit of Reaper harassment. I mean, it would certainly be possible. Just a jump down here. It would be coming, I don't know, I don't really want to say late, but by the time the Tech Lab went down and got out, then, you know, I don't think it'd be quite as effective as it would have been earlier. More importantly now is the factory going down. Really, when this Marine pops out, this is going to be the deciding factor. Okay, here we go. So I think we're just going to see a building swap and going straight up to tanks. As that second gas is now completed, we are going to see that continue to come in for Strelok here. Now with this early command center, I think was a gamble that has paid off. You know, he's going to be able to get his expansion going very quickly, and right now just continue to saturate his main. We are going to see that continue to unfold here. As we look at the income, we see, wait a minute, we have a starport going down on that Tech Lab. Ooh, now this is devious. I like it. I like it a lot. We could see Banshee harass here. That is a certain possibility. I could also say that maybe he's just going to go ahead for some sort of Raven build, although I would say that's pretty unlikely, seeing as how he doesn't really have anything else to support it. Don't think a Raven rush would be the most wise decision here, considering the fact that, looking down at the Zerg player, you see his expansion's looking great. He's got that Roach Warren which we saw in game number 1. He did press forward against that natural expansion and did a lot of damage. He delayed the income from that quite a good bit. Again, it was a sacrifice of his own economy. You know, his own expansion, his third was delayed for quite some time, but still, he did realize some pretty decent gains from that. So I'm really going to be curious to see how much damage this Banshee actually does, and whether or not it can come down in time to basically cause DRG to maybe put off this attack a little bit. Although I don't really see why he would. He may just feel the need to go ahead and counter because, I mean, hey, you got a bunch of roaches and zerglings, and you got a Banshee hitting you. What are these guys going to do? I mean, really, they're just going to sit around and look retarded. So why not just go ahead and attack? Looking up here, Strelok does have a couple Hellions, which not really doing anything. Looking forward here, we do have the Banshee coming down. The Zerg player moving his forces up. Of course, this Banshee has been spotted by the Overlords, and we'll be heading down into the main base, and nope, he's okay. Well, I guess he just wants to stop and take some pictures of the waterfall, and more importantly, we do have a massive Zerg attack coming up here. The bunker only has one Marine in it. Definitely a key point that Strelok is just not ready for. You see that this attack coming at the worst possible time for him when he's done all these building flip-flops. He's got all the add-ons here. Just if it had come a minute later, I think he would have been in such a great position. But now we're just going to see Strelok fall to this. One Banshee is all that he can really use, and there's the GG. So sure enough, this is going to conclude the series, giving it to Dongregu, allowing him to move forward after a very, very exciting best-of-3 series. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel the need to, or if you want to get updates about StarCraft 2, you can always subscribe. You'll find a link in the video just popped up a second ago. If you want to do that, it helps me out a lot. Otherwise, be sure to leave a comment and let me know just what you thought of the series in general. Let us know if you learned anything from watching the styles of play. And of course, we'll see you in the next video.